Hey guys, welcome to day number 3 now of the Career Upgrade Challenge. And so today we're going to move on to how you guys can get into that position where you actually have employers coming to you versus you having to job hunt. So obviously completely fundamentally different from what most people are doing, which is, oh, I want a job, I want a better position, I want something different, and they start scrolling job boards and applying and hoping someone gives them something, right? So this is actually having you being an industry leader and having employers reach out to you because they want you on their side and you take their pick. Hey Adriano, how's it going? So if you guys are there, let me know you can hear me, and make sure you've done days 1 and day 2 of the challenge. If you haven't done that yet, then join here on the live and comment here, but then go backwards after this video and make sure you do number 1 and number 2, and then we'll carry on with number 3, okay? So really, like the big sort of the fundamental shift that's gonna get employers to hunt you versus you having to be someone scrolling those job boards is to know your mission. So yes, I'm always going on and on about having a mission. Most people feel like having purpose in their career is something that's nice to have, but actually it's something that is essential if you want to be an industry leader and if you want jobs to hunt you. So a lot of people feel like, well, yeah, purpose would be nice, having a mission would be nice, doing work that I really care about, that would be nice, but it's something that, you know, I'm lucky if I can get it. Meanwhile, I need to be realistic, I need to pay those bills, let me go and apply for jobs. But actually what happens when you're on a mission you believe in, when you really, really love your job, is that you're gonna find you have way more opportunities, you're gonna get salary increases, you're gonna have employers start running after you. So actually what I found with my clients is that having a purpose it's not just vital to, you know, saving the planet and doing good work and all of that, but it's actually vital towards your job hunt. And most of the time people are so busy job hunting, they won't actually figure out what their purpose is, and they don't even realize that focusing on that job hunt versus focusing on their purpose is actually sabotaging the job hunt itself. So this is really, really important, and some people are they're so set on that job hunt that they totally forget about the fundamental, which is figuring out that purpose, getting on that mission. So again, some people will get this because if you're like my client Laura, for example, you might have had a job in the past where you really, really loved it. You felt excited about it. You know what that feels like to be really excited to get out of bed in the morning. And so when I talk about knowing your purpose, doing work you're excited about, you're like, yeah, I get it. And I want to go back to that, you know, like some people had that before, but then as time went on, it became day to day. There were things they were no longer satisfied with, and it's time for a new purpose or an upgraded purpose, right? So I think those people, they get it. They understand what that means. But there are a lot of people out there who have unfortunately never had a job where their heart is really in it. Like it's always been, okay, you know, for now I need to do this, for now I need to do that, I need to pay my bills, and then down the line I'll figure it out. Or I think I want to do this, but then they start it and they realize, it's not quite a fit. And so they've never actually had a position that was like for them. And the problem with that is that oftentimes I see for those people, they've almost lost hope that there's such a thing as that, and they don't understand why a mission is so important. So think about what camp you're in. Like, let me know now, you know, write it in, tell me what was your job where you really felt excited about that job, and what's missing now. Or let me know if you've never had that. Like, have you had that? Have you not? What was it that was exciting about it? And then what's going on with you right now where you feel like maybe that's missing again? I know, for example, there are some people who, like I said, have never had really a mission. There are other people who went into something really caring about the mission, really having their heart into it. And then as time goes on, like I mentioned with Laura, you might start to feel like just dissatisfied with certain things, whether it's your personal life that's having to take a back seat, or a lot of times what happens is like you don't feel like you're making enough of an impact. Like you went into something because you thought you'd be making an impact, but then a couple of years in, you're feeling like is this all there is, I still am not really living at the level I would like to be or could be or know that I would be capable of if only I had those opportunities, right? So let me know what camp you're in, what's your situation. It's a really, really interesting conversation, but fundamentally, like, the most important thing is to recognize that having a mission is not some nice to have, fluffy kind of utopian thing. It's actually a fundamental ingredient towards getting what you want out of life, out of your career, and making an impact on the world. And one thing I hear so often that people say is, oh, I would like to work in environmental sustainability, you know, that would be nice, or I would like to save the refugees, or I would like to do something with impact, but it's just so competitive and there are a few positions, and of course everyone wants that, so I guess I need to settle. And it's crazy, because if everyone was actually making the impact on the planet they wanted to be making, like, the entire world would be different. And it doesn't make sense. If so many people, like you guys are telling me, if that many people want to make an impact, then it's up to us to change the fabric of the job market, to, you know, change the world so that more people are working on making that impact and making the world a better place. Like, if you guys aren't happy with the few positions out there to make this kind of impact, well, then you guys need to go out there, get those opportunities, and then start changing that. Like, it doesn't make sense to say, woe's me, this is how the world is, this is how society is, so I just need to settle, right? Because the world is made up of people like you. So if you're not being the person you want to be, well, guess what? You are, you know, that's going to also have a ripple effect where more and more people are giving up and just going, okay, I guess I have to go work for something I don't believe in because I need to pay my bills, and getting all cynical and getting all skeptical. So yeah, that is enough of my little rant there. But yeah, really the key thing, like on an individual basis, is that if you don't figure out your mission, you are going to continue going from job to job, constantly feeling unfulfilled and without that purpose. And that's obviously not what I want for you and not what you want for yourself. So what's going to happen when you have a mission is that you become a different person, okay? You become a different person, and again, this is going to sound a bit wishy-washy to some of you, but I'm sure you've had experiences like this where there are certain people who attract others and attract opportunities, and there are other people who repel them. And people with a mission are the ones who attract it, because everyone knows they're doing the job that they're doing because they genuinely have something important to get done, and they're really, really into their jobs. They're not just there for the paycheck. And you can feel the difference between those types of people. You really, really do. And I was working with some people lately who were such amazing examples of this. Like, I want to call them shining examples, because they radiate. Like, you see it even from a distance. Like, if you are almost on one side of a football field and they're on the other side, I know that this sounds weird, but you can feel it, you can see it, that this person is here in this place because they want to accomplish something. And those are the people who no one hesitates to hire them, because they almost have like celebrity status. So within their sector, everyone knows them. They're an industry leader. Everyone knows them. Everyone respects them. People are always asking their opinion. Anytime there's a decision that comes up, you need to ask that person, because they're like the person who needs to decide. Everyone wants to know, what do they think? Because they embody that purpose and they embody that specialization, right? So that's why it's so important to know your specialization, know what is the impact that you want to be making, and then you're going to find that employers will come to you, opportunities will come to you, people are going to be referring others to you. Every time they mention something within your specialization, people will say, well, have you talked to that person? They'll know what to do, they'll have an opinion, let's see if they're available to come and work for you, right? And that is how you get into that stage where you can now choose your opportunities. You can decide, okay, I have these 5 different potential offers, and now I'm going to decide, where can I make the most impact? Where do I want to go next? What suits my needs best? So that's why it's so important. And then the other part about that, obviously, once you know your mission, is you need to have a concrete system, right? Because if I sit here and I meditate and I go, I am going to make this great impact on the world, and I just sit here, well, nobody's going to reach out to me. But if I have that mission in my heart, and then I go out there and I have the right communication tools to actually communicate that mission, that is where you're going to be able to become that opportunity magnet, and those job offers are going to start coming to you. So those of you, let me know. Your challenge for this week is to let me know in the comments, have you ever felt on mission? If not, why not? Let us know like where you are right now in terms of that mission, in terms of that purpose, and what do you think it's costing you to not know what it is. Because this whole purpose and mission thing, it's one of those important but not urgent things that keep getting pushed aside, right? Like a lot of people, they graduate, they might think they know what their mission is, they're kind of excited about it, and then they have to get a job and they just get whatever job they fall into. And then as time goes on, they keep going, oh yeah, I need to get into the thing I really want to do. Oh yeah, I need to do that. But then they need to pay their bills, and they just keep going and going, and the years go by and they're still not on purpose. So this is where it's something that really, really is worth sitting down and figuring out, what is this costing me to not know my mission? And what do I need to do in order to solve this, okay? So let me know what your situation is. What is your mission? What is that thing that you really, really want to be making an impact in? And I will see you next week for day number 4. And this whole thing about figuring out your purpose, figuring out your mission is one of the biggest things I work with my clients on, because there's always so much confusion about it, and nobody teaches you how to figure out what you want to do, right? You're supposed to just decide, and then you're supposed to somehow know how to get it. And so a lot of people are falling prey to either that confusion about not knowing what they want to do, or they do know what they want to do, but it just seems too unrealistic, just seems too far away. You know, those of you who are out there, like I've had clients who want to start NGOs or who want to get into sustainable plastic and just all this great stuff, but it seems like a big dream that's not actually reality, right? So that often stops people from really being on their mission, because they don't have those practical tools to get those offers to be able to live it. So whatever camp you're in, let me know. And if that's something that you actually want help with, like you're realizing, okay, this is costing me way too much by not knowing my mission or by not being on my mission, and if you don't want to share with everyone here in the thread, then just reach out to me, let me know what's going on, and I'll see if those kinds of tools would actually help you in terms of figuring out what your mission should be, and in terms of landing those kinds of opportunities. Okay guys, nice to see you yet again. Don't forget to share your missions below, and I will see you tomorrow for day number 4. What do you guys think we're going to be discussing tomorrow? What do I have in store for you? I should actually check that out. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about how to shortcut your way to the top. Oh wait, no, that's going to be day 5. I gave it away already. No, tomorrow we're going to talk about how to earn more money by working less. So we've always been our greenhouses. You always forget me. I haven't forgotten you. I see you. Hi, Massimo. Yeah, so tomorrow we're going to talk about how to earn more money working less. So make sure you tune in. But first, let's get that mission sorted. And then tomorrow we'll move on to, making all the money without having to work so hard. All right, guys. Talk to you soon.